Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Wow, I'm actually a bit organised today. This camera's a bit light, actually. I'm just going to darken that down a little bit. How are we doing? Let's have a look who's in. Let's have a look. I suppose we lost some people up. Yeah, we've lost some people off the top. No surprise there, but Derek's appearing top, well, apart from me. But I'm sure there was others in there before Derek. But welcome, Derek. Minus 3.2 last night. Whoa. Looking forward to seeing if there's any leaves on the bush. Well, I think it's going to be a bit of a poorly bush, this one. But you never know. Yas, how are you, mate? Yeah, we're good, thanks. Wish you all the best. Rob Cross is working. Good, good. Matambale. Good morning from Colorado, 6 degrees C. Still quite cold. Hi, Timothy. Theo's in. Michael, hi. I'm Michael. I did notice yesterday when I played back the video that was really annoying in between, because this has got like noise cancelling, this microphone, so every time I stop, it picks up all the background noise. So that thing was really, the lovely radio scene was really loud. So I'm going to tame that down a bit today. This baby's got AF11. It's absolutely brimming with him, Timothy. I didn't know that till I grabbed it out, and I'll show you. I'll show you in a minute. You'll be interested in this, I'm sure. Derek Cooper, right, Derek? Yeah, it's all about that, isn't it, at the moment, Theo? It's never ending. Mark J. Afternoon, Mark. Well, good evening to you from West Yorkshire. Minus 1.5. Greetings to you as well, Ben and Sandra. Derek Cooper says minus 2 in South Staff. Simap, how are you? Rob Cross is working now. Good, Rob. That's good to know. Ben, how are you? I did say hello just now. Need some Bovril. Hopefully you've started, well, you've got all your unpacking done by now, Ben. Evening, Nick. Yeah, it's been quite nice out there, but it has been cold. Alan, evening to you, Alan, or afternoon. Barry, evening to you, Barry. Phil Taylor, evening, Phil. Rich, hi Rich, how are you? Mac Vision's in as well. How's that radio going, Mr. Mac Vision? Still working? That's amazing, isn't it? AF117s that just won't die. Daniel, evening to you, Daniel. Are you at home now, or are you just on your way home, Daniel? Okay, I'm still catching up here. The chat's going quicker than I can talk here. Evening, Lee, and thank you for the card today, Lee. I think it was from you. The card and the silicone arrived. I haven't had a chance to write you an email yet, mate, but thank you very much for that. That'd be very useful. And a card as well. Harvey, ZX, just when we thought we escaped, he's in. Oh no. Benji's in. Hi, Benji. Benji's in the house. Mick McGinn, hi Mick. Simon's World, hi Simon. Thomas Kitts, hi Thomas. Rob Cross, thank you mate. Fire going, Alexa on mute. Sorted, Benji. Chicken cooking. Gavin, how are you? Andy Beck, hi Andy. You had it on this morning. It's amazing, isn't it, that it's still going? I mean, I thought it would have been a modular part job, but it's just as well because it's absolute minter. So really, the less it's messed with, the better, really. Evening, Derek. Oh, working from home today. Ideal, Daniel. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, there we are. So, let's get the advent calendars done. Let's go and see Penguin. I haven't even got Penguin's cam sorted out, and I don't know where my beer mug was. I was just saying to Mrs. Cruncher earlier that I was absolutely ready tonight, all sorted, but clearly not. So let's go to the Penguin cam a minute. Go to the Penguin cam and see what he's got for us. We're looking for a number 8 Penguin. Where is it? Evening, Danish. Hi, Les. I think I did say hello to you, didn't I? Toes are like blocks of ice tonight. Right, Penguin, what have you got, mate? What have you got? Number 8's up the top, look. This is a treat, isn't it? Beer every day. Never a day without beer in this house. Hello, what's this? This looks different. Monty's Dark Secret. Stout. Oh, I love a stout. What do you think, Penguin? Get off. Load of rubbish. No, it's good stuff. A bit of hair's on your flippers. Has he got? Have penguins got flippers? No, they haven't, have they? Mac Vision. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. So we've got another beer courtesy of Mrs. Cruncher today. She just pop in and have a look to see what we're up to. Monty's Dark Secret. Phil Tube, evening Phil. George is in. He loves Penguin. Penguin's got his own fan club, I think. We'll have to get him his own YouTube channel. Video Monkey, how you doing, Graham? Hey, I think you were in first, Graham, actually, weren't you? Yes. How you doing, George? Anyway, that's a cracking video you put out there, George. Very good. That should help anyone who's trying to restore one of those, because they are tricky. So I need to go and find my glass, don't I? I need to go and find my glass. I've got a normal glass here, but that's just no good. That's no good, Penguin, is it? I need to go and find my tankard. I swear I brought it up here. I think it might be in the bedroom. Because you always keep your beer tankard in the bedroom, don't you? It's in this house. Allegedly. There we are. Now we're whole again. Let's crack open Monty's Dark Secret. Then it says a full-bodied stout with hints of chocolate and coffee. I don't know where they get these taste notes from. I never get any of them. I do drink a fair bit of beer, but it might have a bit of a coffee taste to it. I doubt it. It's gluten-free, made with barley, and then the gluten's removed. Well, there you go. If you want a gluten-free beer, this could be the one. It's got highly commended on the Great British Food Awards, according to that. I don't think it's overly strong. It's 5.5% bottle conditioned as well, so it might have a bit of sediment in the bottom. That's all right. You get them because it's a drink and a meal in one, then, isn't it? Just cracked open a can of Sang Miguel with your tea. Nice. Penguin is one of the few Welsh words to enter the English language. Okay. Huh. Got you a barking squirrel? What's that? What's that, Graham? A barking squirrel? You're not a fan of chocolate? I don't think this is a chocolate-flavoured beer, George. I think it's just there. They think it's got hints of chocolate and coffee. They do a chocolate stout, don't they? Which does taste sort of chocolatey, but like a bitter chocolate, not sweet. How are we doing on the post anyway? The post is a nightmare. Even the carriers now are going haywire. I've had stuff waiting for weeks now. Mrs. Cruncher's just had something delivered today that she ordered on the 28th of November. It's supposed to be next day. You like chocky and I used to like beer. A squirrel giving out an alert. A barking squirrel. I like the sound of that. Video monkey. Okay. That tastes different. It's sort of got like a smoky taste to it. Maybe that's what they think is coffee. Yeah, possibly. Possibly a little taste of coffee, maybe. Maybe. You never know. Okay, it's not all going to go in the glass in one go, is it? Too big a heat on it. Banana beer. Yeah, Courier's struggling due to the raw mail problems. Yeah, I mean, Hermes, or Every as they're called now. Mrs. Cruncher ordered some shoes ages ago to go out with on Saturday night. And we'll get to Saturday night in a minute. Mrs. Cruncher's Christmas work's due on Saturday night, so she's got to, you know, make sure she's nice and smart and got to have a new outfit. So, yeah, the shoes were ordered ages ago, but they're still not here. And they're somewhere in Hermes land, or Every as it's called. So my streaming light's going a bit wonky again. I think Mrs. Cruncher's got a film on there. Hopefully it'll settle down in a minute, but might be a little bit jumpy. Yeah, UPS is my carrier of choice, George. I was using Parcel Force, but you know, with the strikes on, you can't. I mean, I've been using UPS. I use for all my international stuff because they're just so much more efficient at international parcels. It's trouble-free. I mean, some of them, Parcel Force can be a pain in the backside for international deliveries. They want to know your inside leg measurement and everything for Parcel Force, but UPS handle a lot of it for you. You've ordered 300 Avo bridges and they're winging my way. Brilliant, Harvey. I'll be able to make one working one out of all of those, probably. Oh, dear. Yes, Benji promotion. And about time, really. I don't know if he's realised yet. What can Brown do for you? What can Brown do for you? I don't know. You'll have to ask the 8-ball video monkey. You'll have to put exclamation 8-ball and then your question. See what 8-ball thinks. Parcel Farce, yeah. Golden Brown. Or Nuki Brown. Anyway, today I was sort of wondering what to do. I've got so many things to do, I just couldn't really make my mind up. But I thought after all my valve pain, I'd go back to my roots and do some transistor stuff for a change. So I dragged out this Bush, which I couldn't place the other day because it's got its badge missing, look. So sadly, and I didn't realise this until I cleaned it, it's badgeless. So it should have a Bush rectangle silver badge down here with Bush in red lettering on it. But that's gone. That's why I didn't really know. I thought it might have been an HMV. Let's get it up on the table and let's get the camera sorted on it. So I have cleaned it because it was filthy, absolutely filthy. So I've sort of cleaned it. I've not gone mad, but I've made it so as I can handle it, shall we say. It's come up quite well, actually. I assume there should have been volume written up on the top there. I've been dragged out of a bush. I've been dragged out of a bush a few times, George, I can tell you. Badgeless, but thankfully not knobless. No, and I've had the knobs in my ultrasonic cleaner today, and the buttons because they were pretty manky. This one's a little bit wonky. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's probably getting blown out, but this one here is just a little bit wonky. So when we get it apart, I'm going to need to just bend that one. So I've got the trader sheet. I've downloaded the trader sheet, but interestingly, what I'll do is I'll go and get the paperwork that came with it, because when I took the back off to clean it, inside was a trader sheet. I don't know what I've done with it now. It was down here. I thought I'd moved it, but I might have left it here. Mrs. Cruncher might have chucked it in the fire. No, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Now on the box this came in, it said Bush VTR133 complete. Well, it ain't complete because it ain't got a badge. So if anybody's got a Bush badge knocking about, then let me know, because I'm thinking of offering this one as a bit of a giveaway, so I'd like to get it as nice as I can. So this was in the radio, and can you see some writing up top? Up top. Sound a bit northern then, don't I? Up top. I managed to get this wet and okay, up top. So we've got some info, and it's nice of whoever put this in the auction to add this in, but let's move it down a fraction. So this was actually inside the radio. Could stick, yeah, Murphy. What's the other one, George? Cosser. Could probably stick Cosser on it as well. So it says FM aerial not connected, but car socket input also non-responsive on all bands. No surprise there. Thank you, Rob. It says good AF, so it sounds like that means the amplifier is okay, plus W/C noise. What does W/C noise mean? What is W/C noise? Any ideas? I mean, the date on the trader sheet, look, is 1967, so it is late 60s, and it is the AF 117 era, unfortunately. WC, I mean, that's toilet, isn't it? WC, toilet noise. Is it toilet noise? I can do plenty of that. Yeah, George has just said toilet noise. Oh, wave change. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, Nick's probably knocked it on the head there, I reckon. Flush. Yeah. But anyway, the interesting thing is when you look here at the transistor list. Oh, Merry Christmas. Here we go. Look at this. TR1 is an AF114. TR2 AF115. TR3 AF115. TR4 AF116. TR5 AF116. So we got 5 AF1 series transistors in this thing. So it's no wonder it's not working. I mean, it's highly unlikely to be working with those in it, to be fair. But you know, we can go through them and see what's what. See what's what. Yeah, we can do a bit of zapping. I think we will zap them. I don't think we'll change them. We'll do a zapperoonie. Try and keep the cost down, because AF1, 124s, 125s and 126s now are a fortune. Ridiculous money. So, interesting stuff. Chuck out all them transistors and stick in some silicone things. Yeah, so they very kindly provided this. I mean, I've printed this out again. Double-sided as well. I print it out again, and I've just stuck the because it's really annoying to have a schematic on 2 pages, so I've just stuck the 2 pages together, so I've got a complete schematic in one. Some of the other like not trader sheets, but some of the ERTs and that, they'll put them all on 1 page, but they're a lot smaller. So, I mean, trader have got bigger circuit diagrams, but they're on 2 pages normally. So it does pay you to just stick them together. Now we've got 2 transformers in this. We've got a driver transformer and an output transformer, which is unusual. But it's of its era, isn't it, really? But really good schematic, so we should have no problem getting this one working. Well, we haven't got anything working yet, have we? Well, we did get the RFM3 working, didn't we? But the AVOs are gonna be done. I've got to do those AVOs. Zapping and capping, yeah. That is actually a really nice stout, that. Got to give that the thumbs up. Right, so as I say, this is FM, medium wave and long wave. Aerial, I haven't really looked at the aerial, but it is there. Oh, it's a little bit wibbly wobbly. But that's nothing that can't be straightened. No, that's actually what I would call a good aerial. It's just got one bend in it, just here. Just there. So should be able to just take that and maybe roll it on the desk with a bit of wood and maybe straighten that out. Yeah, it's not gripping very well there either, so maybe one of the shims has dropped down inside. But certainly a usable aerial. We've got the good old BBC sticker on top, which I don't like these things. I like to take them off. People think it's a bit of history, but I'm not a fan. Can I get this in shot? So I think when the BBC altered their frequencies, they stuck. Well, they gave everybody these labels. Let's see if I can get it. I mean, I've used what am I trying to say? I've used foam cleaner on that, and it's knocked most of it off. You can just about make out BBC radio on it, but yeah, I'm not a fan. So that's going to come off. Oh, looks like I've got a dodgy connection there. Yeah, that's better. So round the back, it's pretty robust. I've cleaned all of this. This was, oh, name that tune. A product of the Rank organisation. That's what made me think it might have been HMV. That's interesting. We've got a slide over car aerial socket. Earphone tape. So maybe this is, well, I don't think there's a, Only goes up to 100 megs on the scale, so it's not a hugely wide range radio. It doesn't go up to 104 even. So then, but then back in the late 60s, we only had FM up to 100. Then it went to 104, then eventually 108 when the police moved off of it. Right, well, before we look at this, we need to have a look at the next advent calendar. We've seen Penguin's calendar. We've got the Haynes calendar to look at, courtesy of Ben and Sandra. Has it got a car aerial socket? Yeah. I just showed that, Paul, so there's a bit of lag on it, I think. Car aerial circuit was deleted on later sets. Okay. I've not read through the trader sheet yet. Number 8. Down in the corner. What does number 8 hold in store for us? Can I get this out without breaking it today? No, I can't. I know my thumbs are just too big for this thing. My thumbs are not advent calendar friendly. Okay, we've got a transistor. Houston, we have a transistor. I assume it's a transistor. It could be anything these days with half the stuff in this modern kit. Transistor. Evening, Paul, by the way. Jess, how are you, Jess? Zapping heavens. Thanks, mate. Penguin's good. Penguin is good. You use Napalthine for sticky label. Once the label is off, you can burn it. Yeah, I mean, I take it you mean lighter fluid, George, which I use to get labels off. In fact, it works better than isopropyl for a lot of things. It doesn't work as good as that Goo Gone, which I've lost. I must get some Goo Gone. I must stick that on Alexa, add Goo Gone to my shopping list. There you go. Everybody now has Goo Gone on their shopping list. I was on the Bush sheet. I couldn't get the Bush sheet, Paul, actually, because I've got Paul Stenning's DVD here, which is what I've pulled this manual off of, but I haven't got the actual manufacturer's sheet. Well, I may have, but I'm not somewhere where I can find it. Okay, it looks like we've lost a wire out of this. So there's me little board. Somewhere we've got to put the transistor in here. So where are we? We're on day 8. So it says stable voltage. Could be a horse involved then. Door number 8 hides a component with 3 legs. Integrated voltage. Oh, it's an integrated voltage regulator. There you go. I did say it might not be a transistor. It's not. It's a voltage regulator. So its purpose is to provide a stable voltage of 3 volts as long as a higher input voltage is supplied. This voltage regulator is an important component of the radio, as the actual radio chip must only be operated at 3 volts. Right, yeah, a lot of these chips are 5 volts, but this one's 3 volts by the looks of it. So let me just, I've got to get my speaker put back in because I've managed to pull a wire from that. And the last time I did one of these, I did want to make a little circuit board, so I might do that this year because I've got some ferric chloride there, so I can maybe have a go at making my own circuit board to mount this on permanently. That might be interesting. I'll see if I just got the serial number later, Paul. Oh, that camera's gone too dark now, isn't it? Now, which way is it? That way? No, that way. There we are. Trouble with Goo Gone is that the tube itself disappears not long after you buy it. The tube? And mine came in like a plastic bottle with a screw lid, the tambourine. and I really don't know where the hell it's gone. I mean, it gets used all over the house, to be honest, not just in here, it gets used everywhere. Right, so insert the voltage regulator circuit. When everything is done correctly, the LED shines less brightly as it's now only supplied with 3 volts. And we still get the clicking from the speaker because the capacitor is charging up to 2 volts. Charging process is slow, that means the LED will only light up again after a short delay. Make sure you insert the voltage regulator in the right direction. So that's the little drawing, and there's our voltage regulator going up the top there. So have we got some different wiring going on here? It's moved us across to 19 now. Yeah. It's moving us across, so we now need to be, instead of 21, we're going in 19 now. And the speaker's going in the bottom of 19. So I've pulled out some resistors, and they are literally a smidgen over 450 ohms. So I think the idea with that Mark II Avo is I'm going to try the resistors in it just to see where it goes. And I've had some good emails from people, so anybody's got any info on anything that I do on these streams, then by all means pop me an email across, and I will do my best to do what you say, so to speak. So there's my email for anybody that's got any comments or any advice, because those Avos are way out of my capability, really. But I say that they might not be, but I'm not very good with Valve stuff. I enjoy playing about with it, but that's as far as it goes. I've still got to try and get that Murphy working. That's annoying me. But I'm just not getting the time at the moment to spend extra time on it. Anyway, okay, so we got, they're putting all sorts of other links in here as well that we haven't got at the moment. Oh, it's a total revamp of the circuit, this is. So that's going down there next to the, so we've got to do a bit of a workaround here. Let's get rid of that. Let's come down a little bit. There we are. For putting purple on your shopping list in the Alexa, the wall picked me up. Purple. I said goo gone, not purple. Thanks, Andy. The goo has gone. I got it. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now. It is good stuff. It is good stuff. It is good stuff. Right, so I'm going to have to cut a bit more wire, so I need more wire, because it seems to have added in 2 pieces of wire here, and it's moved this resistor around. So you've got to pay attention to these diagrams, because it can get you in outer space, else. So we need a couple little bits cut off. So we need a little bit and a longer bit. I'm still in 2 minds whether to actually rewind those contacts on the Avo Mark II. I would like to have that one and actually use that. So the bridge, not so sure that I would use that much, to be fair. But definitely the Avo I would use, 15, 16, although I've got loads of Avos, to be fair. So that goes in 16 there. Then it drops down onto the negative rail. This one goes up to, hang on, well, that goes to 14 now. That drops down to the negative rail. this one. These are very good wire strippers. If anyone wants any recommendations, they're mega sharp. They're not cheap, but they're so sharp. Really good. And you've got a set of cutters in there as well. CK Ecotronic ESD safe. Got to be ESD safe. Oh, hello. Sounds like Amazon are here. Mrs. Cruncher's bits and pieces are here. My bits are here, and I think Mr. Rob Cross has sent me something as well. So that sounds like that's, yes, Amazon in the building. So where's that going? That's going to F15, 16, 17, F18. So 15, 16, 17, 18 in there. F18. Now this one has moved. No, that was still in the same place. No, okay. I think we're nearly there. Let's make sure I've got everything right here. Yeah, so that's our switch. That's in the off position at the moment because it's connected to the board. So in goes our voltage regulator. Now it's going that way round, and it's going in pin 15 at the middle, 16 and 14. And it's going up. One in there. There we are. I think that is pretty much yeah, okay, so let's connect the power up and see what happens. See what happens. There we go. So this shouldn't come on at the moment because I've got the switch made. So if I open the switch, it says it's going to come on slowly. Switch, yeah, switch is in the right place. Okay, must have got something not quite right here. That's okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's going to cross to there. That's feeling power from there. It's not working. Or am I just not being patient enough? Right, what is going on here then? So that's in the right position, that's linked across there, that one's going from there, attached to that, over to here, feeding the left hand side of this one, yeah. That's feeding the center from this rail, fed by that wire. So touching that to there should turn it off, and that should turn it on. But no, it's not working. No, what's going on? Could be these contacts. Oh, something's not good. Pryor, how you doing? Dead battery? I don't think so. It's just let's just catch up. Hi Robert Head, how are you? Give away the Avo bridge as a present. Sneaky. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Check my email. No worries, Derek. Thank you. For Chatterton's compound. Yeah, what the hell is all that? Battery should be okay. Let's just double check it. I mean, it's a fairly new battery and we've been using it all week. Fine, no problem at all. Just have a look. Should be good. Yeah, 9 volts. So we should have 9 volts at the base of this one. So we should have 9 volts at the center pin, which we have. So we should have one side should be ground, the other side should be 3 volts. And it's not. Have we got dodgy? Have we got a dodgy? Have we got a dodgy? Let's just put this in just in case that makes. I'm pretty sure it well, we've got input 9.2 volts against ground. Now I think one side of this is ground, isn't it? This side here should be ground. So yeah, we've got 9 volts, but we've got no output. So we've got a knackered we've got a knackered voltage regulator. So have I got a 3 volt regulator? I don't think I have. I've got plenty of 5 volts. I've got some SEM 805s. Oh, 3.9, 400 volts. I haven't got any 3 volt regulators. I've got lots of regulators, but nothing down as low as 3 volts, I don't think. What a bummer. How strange. Knackered regulator, as I say, unless there's a ground missing, but no, the ground is there. We have definitely got ground there because I'm probing that. So the left-hand leg, oh, you can't really see. So if I go down to the the regulator, can I get this in as well? Might better just get it. No. There. Zoom out a little bit. There we are. So I think this switch turns it on and off. So I think I've got to pull it out to turn it on. So let's just check the reg as it is. So center pin is the input. So we've got 9.3 volts, which is the battery voltage, I believe. Yep, 9.3. And if we go from ground to the output, we should see 3 volts there with that link pulled out. So let's pull that out. Nothing. That regulator has gone. Oh no! Our project has just died. 3 volt reg is not working. Let me just out of interest, let's just double check that on the component tester, because that will tell us if that's any good or not. It should measure on the component tester. No, that's not the component tester, Graham. That's the ESR meter. Oh, and everything's falling down. It's all collapsing now. Right, component tester in the house. Read the booklet, might give you a clue. If this comes up as voltage regulator, then there's something that I've done on that board, or there's one of the contacts not making. That's one of the things with these breadboards, they're not always that reliable. So low battery, thank you very much for that. Yeah. No, it thinks that's a transistor. I wonder if they... You are kidding me. They have given me a transistor. I've just looked at the markings on this thing. It is a transistor. It's a BC. Let's get my eyes on. This is a transistor. It's a BC557, which is a bipolar transistor. What a nightmare. Canes, you naughty people. So let's just show you. Let's just get this the right way around. So it's a bi-junction transistor. And sure enough, when you look at the markings on it, let's just see if I can get that on the camera. I'll just have to focus that. There you go, BC 557. What? So it looks like either they may have mixed the boxes up. Let me just see if that's jumped across from another compartment, maybe. Could that have jumped in from another one? No, it's all sealed all the way around. So let me just look through the book and see if there's a BC 557 in there. Yeah, it is just a general purpose transistor. It certainly isn't an HT7530 integrated voltage regulator, is it? Regular. So let's see if we've got a transistor in one of the later days. No, I don't think we have. Push buttons, because everything's done on one IC in this thing. What a little monkey. What a little, well. Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, there is BC. No, there is one that appears. And it appears here. Transistor switch in day 23. So maybe I need to just pop day 23 out and see if they've got them mixed up, or whether I've got another 557 in day 23. Right, where's day 23? This is a sneak peek, so I won't show you. That's naughty, isn't it? But at least we found the problem straight away. Right, let me just have a look at that. Yeah, yes, they've swapped them over. So that needs to go in there. And, what a nightmare. But yeah, good fun, good fun. I think they're just testing us, aren't they? Someone swapped them round. So this one is 7530. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on the overhead camera. Where is it? There you go, 7530. So that is the part we want. Nightmare. Seems illegal. No, not you, video monkey. You are a monkey though, but a video monkey. Let's try it again then. Let's try it again. Let me just make sure I've got it in the right way, because it'll pop out. I think it goes in there. 15 is the middle pin, that way round. Let's try it again. Who'd have known? Bit of detective work there, see? So if I take that link out now, hopefully. Yes, it's lighting. Woohoo! You can hear the pop in the speaker, but it's got a delayed action because of the capacitor here charging. And there it goes again. If I touch it against it, you can hear a pop in the speaker. We're back in business. We're back in business. Yeah. Somebody decided that Mr. Radiocruncher was going to have a bit of a challenge this year, I think. So who knows what else is in store. We're back in business. Bit of detective work, job done. Right, let's crack on then with our friend Mr. Bush here. Let's get him back in shot, and we'll have a look in the back end of him. We'll have a look in the rear of Mr. Bush. First of April, yeah. Change your name to Miss Marple. So, hi Rich, how are you? Had a look at Gugon MSDS, contains a form of alcohol and turpentine. It does work really well, and it's the only thing that I can find that will lift a GB self-adhesive stamp with no damage. Troubleshooting, yeah. Gerard, how are you, mate? Chatterton's compound was a waterproof type of insulating adhesive. So we got to the bottom of that in the end. Am I up with the chat yet? Yeah, makes it more interesting. -1. Poirot strikes again. Prior. Are you reusing stamps? I'm a stamp collector, SciMap. So I like to get them off of the envelope so as I can put them in my album. But, I particularly collect the definitive stamps of Great Britain. Well, all Great Britain really, and Germany. Germany, the wartime period. So yeah, a bit of a stamp collector as well. But I haven't done anything to my stamps for quite some time now. I do subscribe to a chap on Patreon that sends out an envelope every month. So I get a month. Every month I get an envelope with a load of stamps and covers and that in it. Really good. Cyber, how are you, mate? Right. Let's have a look in the back of it. Let's have a look in the back. See what's going on here. Right, well, I can see a whole load of AF114115 nastiness, 116. I did notice when I pulled it out to clean it, there was this in there. Now, what on earth is that? I mean, to me that looks like some sort of switch contact, but I don't know what that is. Anybody got any ideas? Let's just get you up close. And maybe not quite that close. But yeah, it's it looks like it's got some sort of like crimp end on it. It looks like a switch contact to me. I mean, is that maybe for the external aerial? Well, obviously not, because the goat decided that that was enough. Got me AF on one hammer. Yes, I have. Yeah, no problem at all, John. I've done a few of those. It could be, I suppose. It could be the contact for the aerial, yeah. It could be. But then where's the wire for the aerial? It does say that the aerial's not connected. Well, it certainly isn't. Which is a little bit strange. Yeah, you can send that on, John, no problem at all. Has it got band spread? Yes, it has. It has. It's got VHF, BS, which is band spread, medium wave and long wave. So band spread has got Caroline and Luxembourg written on it. That's a bit fancy, isn't it? Didn't realise that. So well spotted, Les. If we get you in right up close, you can see Caroline and Luxembourg on the dial. It's not very often you see Caroline on a radio dial. In fact, I'm trying to think what the last time I've seen Caroline on a radio dial. I've seen Luxembourg on loads, but Caroline? No, I've not seen that before. Thanks, Rob. Is it the yellow wire cut off at the top on the bar? Oh, I haven't investigated yet, so let's zoom back out and see. (1971). Apparently the trader sheet was 1960. Did I say 67? Okay, you're thinking this wire here, but no, that's just a stuffer to stop these moving. It's got to come from the FM board somehow. It's got to be probably in this bundle of wires here. Why on earth? Hang on, there's a white wire there. Is that it? No. And there's a white wire there. A white wire. Yeah, we're going to need to find where that's wired up to. But let's give it some juice, shall we? Let's give her the juice. So let's place your bets then. I mean, it says that it's not working. So what do you think? Do you think it'll be working or not? Incidentally, this was the sleeving that Lee very kindly sent me. So thank you very much for that, Lee. I didn't realise that RS did all these different colours of silicone insulation. So that will come in really useful. Okay, let's fire on up. Let's crack it on and have a look. Oh, actually, I think what I might do, can I do that easily? Yeah, I can. I'm going to stick the meter in circuit. We'll have a look at the current draw, because it's the current meter on these power supplies isn't great. It gives you an indication, but it's not overly accurate. So I'm going to connect it up to the milliamp meter and we'll see what it's drawing. I always get these leads the wrong way round, so there's not going to be any surprise there. So we'll connect the power supply to the meter, and then we'll connect the meter to the... so I'm connecting the power supply positive up to the meter, and then I'm going from the meter to the battery terminal. So we can have a look at the current draw on it. And I mean, it should, I don't know what it probably tells us in the trader sheet what the current draw of the set is. But on sort of low volume, I'd expect it to be about 20 milliamps. So let's stick the power on. And turn her on. What are we on? Let's go for FM first. Okay, well we're drawing 17 milliamps straight away. Obviously the leads are reversed as per usual. They're always going to be, aren't they? Okay, now we're drawing 17 milliamps. That's okay, actually. No, I'm thinking that's 170. No, it's 17 milliamps is okay. I said it's going to be around about 20, which it is. And obviously it's absolutely... Oh, hang on. Full volume. I can hear stuff. Let's put the aerial up. Oh, of course, the aerial don't work, does it? Hang on, then. Hang on. We really need to find out where that aerial... let me think. Think, Graham, think. We need to stick something in the car aerial socket, ideally. Let's get a clip lead. It's only working, isn't it? It's only working. I'm unbelievable.
But in real terms quite small, ant body up off its throne and headed down winding tunnels inside.
So that's radio 3, I mean, yeah. Radio 2 coming up.
Suggesting they saw some salt and pepper, or maybe a bottle of... But as Nathan passed through a doorway and into the kitchens, he realised no amount of seasoning was going to rescue them. But as far as his 5 eyes could... That's a song by Sting, isn't it? This is worse than when I opened that 75-year-old tub of Philadelphia Grandad left me in his will. Deck! Coming, Your Majesty! Look at this! Rating would be
wonderful, isn't it, Your Highness? Would you like me to ask them to rustle you up a bite to eat?
Sorry, are you even listening to me?
Oh.
So my power supply had gone into current limit because I had it set too low. So it's drawing 30 milliamps according to my power supply, which is around about right.
Dream of giving this stuff to the Queen.
Oh, thank goodness.
No, we give the Queen the especially mouldy bits. These aren't quite fairy enough yet.
Carol?
Give me a little insight into my process.
Artist in residence, triple A.
Wow, I'm amazed. It actually works very well. Tony, Fat Tony. How you doing, Tony? Let's still pick up Caroline. Doubtful. I'm absolutely flabbergasted by that. It actually sounds really good. Goes aloud.
In 92, my parents had taken us all on holiday to Thailand. 2 weeks together relaxing under impossibly blue skies. I was so happy, but nothing compared to how I felt when we came down for that first breakfast.
Something that's a little bit unstable. If I tap the case, listen.
7019.
What a lovely looking family, right this way.
Ooh, this is nice, isn't it, Nathan?
Welcome to the International Breakfast Buffet. We believe that every day of your vacation should start with the world in your mouth. Experience local delicacies.
So we have got shorts. I mean, if I
with manchego and chorizo chicken churros, or feel like a Turkish sultan with our rosewater soaked pistachio and pomegranate baklava, or perhaps you.
Yeah, we have got shorts. It's just gone off there, look, because I've just tapped that one there.
But I wasn't interested in any of that.
Yeah.
Because my 11-year-old eyes had already zoomed in on something much.
So we've got shorts on there.
Crisps, but not any old crisps.
Let's try another band. Let's try. Medium wave. Apologies for the racket there.
Would involve removing elite programs from government and handing them over to a single organisation. It's argued the organisation would provide a greater return on investment and reduction in risk for...
It's working on medium wave.
In the latest travel news, in the West Midlands, one lane is closed on the M42 southbound. That's between junction 5 and 4 for Durridge. Junction 2 to 4 for...
Long wave.
Great. Well, that was easier than anticipated. A couple of quick questions. What's a buffet? Well, you find lots of food. I don't understand, Your Highness. I'm going to lead the expedition myself.
It's working.
No, that's out of the question, Your Majesty. That's far too risky. If you're not happy, you could always use some paint.
There we are. That's today's stream done. Thanks for joining me. No, we have got some shorts on those transistors for sure. It's just hanging in there by a thread, really. Just hanging in by a thread. So they're going to have to come out and be zapped. It has a lot of them in there. Now there's a module here, which is the FM, I assume. And I think this may be the AM board, but we'll have a look at the schematic and layout situation in a minute. Find out what's going on. Let's get my multimeter put back together. A little bit of music, maybe. You gotta have a little bit, haven't you? RT on long wave, unlikely Air George without an external aerial. I can usually pick up the French station on here as well. So I reckon this is something to do with the FM aerial. I don't know where it's connected to. So I think our next job is going to get this thing out of the shack. It's quite nice in that it's got the amplifier separate to the AM board, I believe, and then we've got probably the FM front end inside here. So it's very similar to the Bush VTR133 actually, apart from obviously the amplifier is on a separate board. But the VTR133 I think has got a very similar front end module to this. So what we're going to need to do is get all three of these out and zap them, get the two out from in here and zap them, put it all back together and try it. Capacitors, we've not got anything out of the ordinary on here on the IF board, but there is some of those nasty what are they called, Callens caps on the, I think it's Callens they're called. Can you see they're like flat topped? Now these are notoriously bad and these need changing. They will all need changing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. I mean, it is working, but these are going to be way out. And what we don't want to do is kill our output transistors, which are OC81s. So we've got OC81s as the output pair. We've got OC71 back here, which is, I think, the pre-driver. And we've got an 81D, which is the driver just there. So they're all quite valuable transistors, so we do not want to kill them with dodgy caps. So these have got to go. As I say, the AM board, let's get you over there. This is the one where our lovely AF 11, I think it's 115s, is it here? Or 116s, I can't really see. Let's get the light back on now, because it's not interfering with it. Let's just turn that down a bit, because that will be annoying. Let me just have a look, see if we can see what they are, because they're really corroded. 115, 116 and 116. 115, 116, 116. Strange. If we're going to zap them, I want to try and get them back in the same position. So we'll make sure that we mark them 1, 2, 3 from top to bottom. We've got some Phillips caps in here. Yeah, they might be okay. It's unlikely, but they might be. You never know. Resistors, they don't look too bad. These actually, these are these cylindrical ones. So these are normally okay. Got some silver micas in there. We've got some cylindrical caps. We got some Mullard mustard caps in here. Whoa. Retro. Yeah, there's not going to be any problems with the other caps. So over here, this is going to be our FM front end in underneath here, and we're going to have some AF goodness in there, I'm sure. So let's have a look. Let's get in the guts of it and have a look. I think we should have another 2 AF117s in. And now on the VTR133, I just cut the leads on them because they were fine. And this one, strangely enough, is working fine. When Mullard did these transistors originally, they did rate them for different frequencies, although they're pretty much exactly the same transistor. So I don't know how they tested that. Come on, get off of there. Get off. Oh, you naughty. Right. So we should be able to pull this shield off. There we go. And lurking underneath there, I don't know if you can, you probably can't see it, but There's a couple red. You can just about see one of them down the bottom there, look. So they're in this red sleeving again. There's one right down in there. There's another one up here. You can just about see the edge of it. So going to be a bit of a nightmare to get to those, but I think we are going to have to get to them. And we're definitely going to have to do the ones in the AM board. Happy days. What's the average lifespan of zapped transistors? I really don't know, Prior, because all of the sets I've got that have been zapped are still going. And I think I started zapping them about 2011. 2011. The Mini Herald I got out there, I did it in 2011. So that's 11 years, and they're still going strong. So we're going to zap them. Zap them. Now, how on earth do we get this thing out of the chassis? I can see a nut there, and a nut there, and a nut down there. So I think we can get this out of the chassis. Now, this isn't going to be finished today. So I don't want to get your hopes up. But what we'll do is we'll number the transistors, we'll take them out and we'll look at them on the meter. And then maybe over the next couple of days we'll get this 100% sorted. No worries, John. Kind of puberty. Puberty whiskers, I've not heard of that one. So I'm just doing the nuts in here. Let's just zoom you out a little bit because you can't see what the hell I'm doing here. I should read the instructions really, but I haven't. It's usually pretty self-explanatory. So I've just undone that one. I'm going to undo this one. It looks like it comes out in one piece with the aerial, which would be quite nice if it does. Well done, Bush, for sorting this out. I'm going to have to take the knobs off the front. I also need to do a transfer, a water slide transfer for the volume, so I need to just get a picture of what that looks like. Also, it's a shame my 3D printer isn't working because I could print a rectangle there and put a water slide bush over the top of it. Right, knobs are off, screws are out, so I'm hoping this is going to come out. It looks like it is. Wow, that's great for servicing. That is. That's absolutely brilliant. Careful with the ferrite. We do not want a broken ferret rod. Ferrets on the speaker. No, no, no. Leave it. Leave it. Okay. We're out so far, but I think we're held in by this strap here, and there goes me touching the speaker again. So we need to just undo one of these screws. There we are. That's pretty good, to be fair, from a servicing point of view. And we've actually got the badge inside that says model VTR133, and the serial number is 19628. Bush Radio Division. Bush radio division. I actually like this radio. I actually quite like this. I like it. So the chassis is out. It is 15 ohms. So it's a shame there's not a modular plug, but I'm not sure how the amplifier comes out. There's no screws in the bottom. Oh, hang on, we've got a brass screw there. Brass thumb screw. I'm just undoing. Again, you can't really see because I'm in the wrong place. So there's a brass thumb screw down here on the amplifier board. Is there another one somewhere, or does that slot out? No, there must be another one somewhere. But I can't see it. No, I think it just slots out, I think. I'm just maybe not being quite aggressive enough with it. Yeah, there we are. So actually that's quite good for servicing that, isn't it? Let me just so I think what we'll do is we'll just unsolder these two wires here, because that goes to the headphone sockets. This is a speaker output, so I'm just going to quickly take a photo of that, and then we can get that right out the way. Right out. So let's quickly take a picture of that. Fire the soldering iron up. So we know it's working on all bands to start with, so if it doesn't work, then it's something I've done again, isn't it? Bound to be. That's that one. That's that one. There we are. Look at that. I'm impressed, Bush. I'm impressed with that. That's more serviceable than the VTR133 for sure. So let's leave you with that a second, because I'm going to nip to the loo. Tut-loo. Let's leave you with the all the goodness. You can talk amongst yourselves now and let me know how to fix it. Okay. Have you fixed it? Have we fixed it? Yeah, the plastic electrolytics are absolutely going to be no good whatsoever. They're really, really bad. I've come across them a lot in radios of this era. I don't know what it is. I think they're Callens or something like that. Yeah, I can actually see one. It's written Callens on this black one. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that board, so it's not too bad. 6 on the amp board. That's a bit of higgledy-piggledy wiring and a very nasty looking trimmer resistor that's got paint all over it. Pardon me. This is one of these slug-tuned. Tony, thank you, mate. 5 minutes of electricity. You're not joking there either, are you? So can you see this is slug tuned? So as we move the tune in, I can find the tune in. You should see that moving up and down. So it's moving an inductor through that coil. It's moving a slug through the coil. Very clever. We do not want to be messing with that. It's actually spring loaded as well, which is unusual. So yeah, FM is slug tuned. Dial cord, front end of him, the business end. Not much to see there. Nice stripy toothpaste dial cord, and I think these things here in blue, you can dust them off. I think these are test points. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are test points. So when we're doing an alignment at a later stage, we've got to use these test points to connect to our signal generator, etc. up to. Looks like that little felt thing. Oh no, it is right. Yeah, so that it hooks underneath. Yeah, nice little touch. This is actually not a bad little radio, to be fair. It's pretty well thought out. I like the little spring-loaded car aerial socket. I wonder where on earth... Ah, there we are. There's our FM aerial. That's our FM aerial. So I suspect that that fits in there. And that goes on to the FM aerial. That'll be it. Can't really see where that goes because this plate's in the way. Again, this looks like I just got to undo 4 screws and this board will come right off. So let's have a look. We've got time. We've got time to have a play. Okay. Is that posi drive? That can't be posi drive, can it? I don't know whether that's posi drive or number 1 Phillips. That's posi drive. There you go. Seems to be posi drive anyway. Let's get a little pot to put the bits in here now because I'm starting to get a lot of screws everywhere. It is working and it's not doing bad. It does sound actually pretty good, George. But it's one of those things. You've only got to have one of them go a bit bananas, and we've got expensive transistors to replace. Usually takes out driver or the pre-driver. It's an OC71. You Google, well, you look on eBay for the price of an OC71, and you know why we've got to be a little bit careful with the amplifier board. If it's lock fits, it wouldn't be an issue. They're easy enough to get hold of, but I'm just undoing the permeability tuning, it's called, is it? RV saying old car radios used to use slug tuning. Yeah, I suppose banging about in that. Holding a hand together, it probably did, Gavin, I expect. Right, how much movement are we going to have on this? Not a lot, I don't think. So we've got an earth strap down here, which we can remove. Let's get that one out. What do I do with that screwdriver right here? So you need to take that earth strap off. Down there. A big old square nut in behind it. I'm just holding with my finger. Okay, that's a bit more mobile. Just wondering if this whole piece comes out. Actually, oh, I can see an alka mode. There's an alka mode lurking. Yeah, it looks like if I undo this top one here, the whole lot will come out. We're really getting into the guts of this thing now. So now the switch bank is moving inwards, look. That's not an alka mode. That's not an alka mode, it's I can't remember the name of them now. See it when it comes out. Okay, what's stopping this coming out then? Because that shouldn't be anything to do with the tuning gang. I think it's just this capacitor stopping it coming out, maybe. Hang on, there's a lead there. So we're connected to the tuning gang down here on a lead. And that's stopping it coming this way. It's easier for me to desolder that from there. So again, another photo required. Is that an O'Dixon's brand? What's that? Anything about Prince Sound R999? Prince Sound. I've heard of Prince Sound before. It's like I thumbed the lens. Incidentally, the t-shirt of the day is, oh my God, Santa, I know him, from Elf, which has got to be one of the best Christmas movies going, surely. Christmas in the Cruncher household is not complete unless we've watched Elf and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That is our two go-to Christmas movies. There's other ones on the list. It's a Wonderful Life, amazing movie, really old one, but really good. Okay, we're getting there. That's a bit more movement. I think the only other one that's holding it in is this. Well, there's lots holding it in. There's this wire here, which is the What was that to? Yeah, that's holding it in as well, but I want it to come this way. It's not going to do that unless I release this capacitor in here. You see this big red one? It's a Wonderful Life. James Stewart, that's it. Scrooge is your favourite Christmas Carol. There's some great Christmas Carol films out there, isn't there? Really is. They did a modern one, didn't they, recently, which I thought was quite good. Well, very well done. Difficult act to follow. Okay, that one's wrapped as well, by the looks of it. There we are. So does that get us a bit more movement again? Yes, it does. But we're still not really at a stage where we can get to the back of this board yet. Dear, oh dear, it's like knitting, isn't it? Got a little label there, A455, so we'll keep that. I don't know where it came from. Okay, what else have we got holding this board? We got these. Yeah, okay. This ain't as straightforward as I thought it was going to be. I've already disconnected about 4 wires, and there's still a lot holding it in here. I just need it to angle up just enough to get those. So which one is straining here? Is it that white one? Or is it that green one? It's a bit of a rat's nest, this one, I must admit, but it did come apart initially quite nicely, but now it's playing hard to get. Okay, so we've got a resistor down here that's holding it in. So let's take a picture of that and let's disconnect that. And then we might be a little bit closer. There's a resistor down in this corner, look at this green wire. Looks like that's been off before as well. Let's wait for that to catch up. Ah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. How many more wires do we need to disconnect? Okay, that orange one's got plenty on it. This is the only one I think that's stopping us flipping it up is here. Which is, this is some sort of, where does that go to? That goes down to there. So we've got a shield which doesn't seem to be connected and a blue wire. So that appears to be connected to there. Just there. You can't quite see that, but I think that could be the key wire. The straw that broke the camel's back. Now, is that going to let us? Nearly, nearly. Just that pink wire now. Just that pink wire and the orange one. So I think if I disconnect both of those, we're going to be in business. So the orange one goes off to the amplifier board and the pink one goes down to the switch bank. There we are. We're in. We're in. I'm happy that I can get to that now. What a game. What a game. Right, how are we doing on the chat? A Christmas Story. Cyber's going to do some searching. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life is a great movie. Miracle on 34th Street, yes. The Attenborough version, the old black and white one, is brilliant, Daniel, I must admit. National Lampoon's Lee is a classic, isn't it? Oh. The Griswold Family Christmas. Nightmare. Cousin Ed. Mad. Cheers, Daniel. You'd be feeling sick at this point. You've got to go for it. You've just got to go for it. Far past your skill level. No, it's not. It's always dodgy. The problem you have is when you're working on something like this and all of a sudden a wire jumps off and you can't work out where it goes. That is the worst. That is the worst. And then you've got to spend hours searching through the schematic trying to work out where the hell it goes. So I'm going to take a few pictures of wires and where they're attached to, just in case any decide to jump off. And you can take as many photos as you want, but when you do lose a wire, you can guarantee that, that you haven't taken a picture of that particular area. But it is a bit of a rat's nest, this one, I must admit, it is a bit of a rat's nest. So I'm just taking a few pictures of bits and pieces. I think we'll be okay with that amplifier now, because that was out of the way. We've only got another 2 leads connected to it, and this one here. So the amplifier is not in our way at all now. I can now get most of it. I'll take another picture at that angle. It's the beauty of mobile phones, isn't it? I mean, I had a digital camera which I used to use before mobile phones. Before that, it was just a case of drawing diagrams and writing out where your wires are. And still, some people still do that now and find that much easier. It's quite a good idea to do both, to do a little diagram of what you're taking apart. Now I'm doing this quick because it's a live stream and I'm trying to crack on with it, but normally I would take a lot more time doing this. So let's pop the power supply. Let's pop the desoldering tool on even. There's plenty. Rob Cross, thank you again, Rob. You're personally funding the channel, Rob. Christmas giveaway. Oh, I did say it's going to be a Christmas giveaway. I think it's going to be. The wire will not be in the picture. A very brave disconnect. You've got to get in there sometimes, haven't you? I tend to snip wires in half and join them when the job's done. Yeah, that's a way to do it. That would probably be easier than disconnecting wires from terminals, but we've got to get in there. Right, so let me just mark these. So I'm going to mark them from the top to the bottom. One, two, three. Mother quarter fleet. Yeah, we can certainly get at all the switches now, whereas we couldn't get at them that way that easily before. My switch bank is wanting to come out really, but I want to keep it in and out of the way for a minute. I can get at the IF board here, no problem now. Just got to work out, I don't want to lose any of these wires really, and they're all in the way of where the transistor is, so I've got to pull these out of the way. Okay, I think I can see where the wires are, so let's go for it. Let's get our first transistor out. I think there's one. I'm going to burn that wire there. Don't like burning wires, it doesn't look good, does it? Come on, heat up. Yes. That's going to be the shield wire there on the ground plane. That's taking a bit of heat in. So it's usually collector shield base emitter on these. I've done too much sucking, so the iron's taking a while to get back up to temperature. The iron, the desoldering tool even, what is it? Is it soldering iron with a sucker on it, isn't it? Right, that should be the first one out. So let's have a look. So yeah, collector is there. So I'm going to mark a little C on the board for collector, then I know which way round it goes. And basically it's the blue wire to the right. First one out. Number two. Come on, number two. Where are you, number two? Number two, where are you? I think he's in here. Let's get you in a bit closer actually, so you can see what's occurring. Number two, I believe, is here. And that's obviously the shield because it's on a big lump of copper, so it's taking and sinking all the heat off of my iron. Come on, melt. There we go. Eventually. Base and the emitter must be over here somewhere. I think it's there. Come on. That's a big ground plane as well. You always draw a map and a photo, yeah. Yeah, this one's proving a bit temperamental. Let's get the eyes on. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, there's a lot of solder on this. Let's clean my iron off a bit. Put a bit of fresh solder on the board. Soda's just gone a bit crystallised. Is it there now? I'm nearly there, I think. Assuming I've got the right. Come on. The one on the ground plane's playing up. Come on. Stop this. Just this one wire. So much solder on here, it's not a surprise really. I have to take that out with a soldering iron. There we are. Just would not clear that one for some reason. Never mind, it's out. Number 2, collector's in the same position on the right hand side, so I'm not going to bother marking that one, and this one's exactly the same. Coming number 3. Number 3, where are you? Number 3 is up here somewhere. Rich, eh? Thanks, Rich. And thanks, Jed McNamara for subscribing. Much appreciated. If you're not a subscriber, then hit that subscribe button. It's a very useful tool, this, but it's not the best thing on the planet. A solder sucker would have probably got these off by now. In fact, that one's and that one are really heavy, so let's just use the solder sucker. Let's go old school. The iron's got a very good thermal mass, this one. It's brilliant soldering iron. Typical, isn't it? The very last one is playing up. They've decided to wrap the legs on this particular one as well. That one and that one are nicely wrapped. Christmas wrapping. Bangles, was it? No, bell stars, that's it, not bangles. Right, yes, we're in, or out. Yeah, I've done a real number bending the leg on that one. Out! Yay! Lovely whiskery friends for us. Whiskery friends. So let's have a look. Let's turn that off for now. Little bit of music maybe? Do like a bit of Christmas music going in the background, don't we? Zap 'em. We are going to zap them. We might have time to zap them now. I've got another 2 to do in the FM board, don't forget. Let's have a look at these then. So I mean the AM board and the FM board were both working, but these have never been out before. Let's zoom out a little bit and we'll have a look, see what these are reading on the meter. Let's try to start with number 1. So we'll go from the shield wire. This should stay OL for all of these, so it should be no connection. So I just check between the shield wire and the case, that should be a dead short, which it is, 0.2. So now if I go between the shield wire and collector, it should stay as OL, which it isn't. It's a mega ohms, but we have got a very slight connection there. Base. Mega ohms again, so there is a short there, but very slight, and emitter. So that one's got sort of a little bit of whiskerage going on, but that's the reason why it's still working, because that's not too bad. So let's try it at number 2, transistor number 2. So I'll just do it here so you can see what I'm up to. So I'm just putting a bit of pressure on the shield wire. Just check that. Yeah, that's connected. Collector. Nothing. Base. No connection. Emitter. No connection. So that, number 2, is a good transistor. Still going to get zapped though. And the last one then, number 3. Is this going to be the culprit? Is this the worst of the 3? Let's have a look. So check that we're connected. Yes, we are. Right, collector. Oh, stay. We're in the kilo ohms there, so 200, 250k. Base. 2.5 meg. And the emitter 1.9 meg. So we've got quite a bad short on that one to collector, but it's about 900k there. That's the worst one of the 3, number 3. But you can see why it was still working, because it's borderline. They have got shorts, but they're not disastrously bad, if you know what I mean. If that's even a word. It's got to be zapped anyway, yeah. 60 volts DC right up the back side of it. You're all right. Let's hook the power supply up. I'm going to link the terminals so as I got the full whack on both. I'm going to pump the ampage up. This is a 5 amp supply. It does 32 volts per channel, so potentially I could get some. I could get 64 volts up it, but I tend to. What's going on with this? Why won't it go past that button? I tend to stick it around 50, 55 volts. I don't like to run it full whack. Just linking the power supply together, because it's a 2-channel power supply, 32 volts per channel. If you link it together, you can get 64. Clever, eh? It does help. It would be nice to have a high power supply anyway, but I don't. So this is as high as I can get, which is good. A lot of people would like a supply that will do this, but Mrs. Cruncher's Christmas decorations are in the way. Look. Oh dear, right, so I need to link them together. Make sure we're not connected to anything. So there's my leads. Let's put the power supply on. Tracking, so we should be. So I'm going to take it up to 28, 56 volts that should be. Let's check it on the meter. So we should have 56 volts or thereabouts sat on that, on those two connectors. Yeah, 56.27. So that's what I'm going to use to zap it with. Let's turn that off a minute. Actually, what we will do before we zap them is just make sure that they are transistors. It might be that one of these is down, but it's highly likely after zapping it that we might kill a transistor. So you normally kill them if you don't zap them properly, or you connect the wrong legs up, Graham. Yes, we know that, don't we? So let's try number 1 first. Just connect that up to the component tester and make sure we've got a transistor still. $266 HFE, you see. These are pretty good. Pretty good. Dear, oh dear, oh, that's up in my, yeah, so that one's very good. Very good gain on that. You know, the transistors you tend to be able to buy seem to have been gone through by somebody, and you get rubbish gain on them. You're lucky to get one much more than 100 HFE, but these old AF117s do have very good gain. So let's try this next one. 166, very good. So far, so good. I mean, if we had one of these down in single figures, then in double figures, then we know there could be potentially an issue. So if we got one that like measures 40 or something like that, then we're gonna need to swap it out. $107. So they're all over 100. I mean, they vary a hell of a lot, germanium. So you may find that will change when we zap them. It's one of the reasons of measuring them to start with. I don't know what order I did those in though, so I think I did them 1, 2, 3. So let's get our little zapping transistors, capacitors out. Can I do this and still retain the little plastic bits? I might be able to. So what I'm doing now, I'm joining the base collector and emitter together. Well, this is, I mean, most of you in here have seen this done loads of times on the channel. Other people have had a go at doing it as well, so it's not revolutionary, but it is nice to see it if you haven't seen it before. Brought this out so as I could hold it, look. Make it a bit easier. You do like a bit of Mullard zapping. I mean, I keep meaning to make up a jig for it. The problem is it's difficult to make a jig because they're all different lead lengths, and some, like the ones in the modules, are really difficult. Yeah, that's got them all together. So then what I need to do is I need to connect a lead to here. So I'm going to use the positive, just because that's what I tend to do. I always connect the positive there, and I connect the shield to the negative. So that's my 100 ohm. This is rated at 100 volts. 100 ohm? There's a lot of goating going on today. There he is, look. He's got an eye on me. Get off. He's lost an ear. Oh no. The goat's lost an ear. He's been injured. Right, so the idea now is to connect our positive and negative to this, making sure we get the negative on the negative and the positive on the positive. And all we're going to do is just touch them. And it'll either be a little snick or a big bang and a flash, and all hell will break loose. So we need to connect our negative to the negative, positive to the positive. Switch her on. So I've now got 5 amps, 60 volts at my, well, 56 if I touch that. Absolutely nothing. So that is zapped. Bear in mind we've got 60 volts or 56 volts left on that cap, so we just need to discharge that. Let's find a resistor somewhere. I'm going to discharging it through a resistor to protect the capacitor, really. If you discharge them harshly, you can damage the cap, so we don't want to do that. So I'm just discharging that one. Let loose the Kraken. Oh dear, you gotta love the Kraken. Otherwise known as black rum, Tony. Right, so the next stage in the zapping process is to just connect up the negative wire. Connect back up our transistor, so we're now going to be permanently connected. Turn it on. Hopefully it won't go bang. No, it won't. Then we need to find some sort of whacking tool. So I'm going to use, what I'm going to use, let's use this screwdriver here. So we're just going to give it a few whacks. Just to burn off any whiskers that might be very close to the surface. Hopefully not kill the transistor in the process. Right, discharge that again. What's this? Oh, this is only a 24 ohm resistor. I usually use 200 ohm, but that's the same thing, isn't it? So that one's done. Number 1 is done. Just to disconnect him. Come on down, number 1. Next one. We're cracking through these. Cracking. There we go, cracking again, Tony. Just solder that one up. Solder our positive on it. And we are ready for zapping time. Oh, this is number 3. Okay. So number 3 was the only one that had sort of a half decent short on it, wasn't it? The rest weren't too bad. So let's see if we get any spark action on this one. No sparkage, but as I say, it's wasn't a very big short. So running current through that should burn off the whiskers. There we are. Let's pop that off. You need the official Mullard hammer here. I think Mr. Andrew Alsver's got that, hasn't he? Alright, let's just solder that one on. And do the bashy again. Okay, chucking stuff everywhere again. Number 3 done. And the last one, number 2. A number 2. Always go with a number 2 last. And this one's decided that it doesn't really want to be joined, but it's going to be. Now the other thing that other way you'll kill one of these if you don't have all 3 legs joined. Right, so this is the last one. Let's hook her up again. Ready to go. Fire in the hole. Oh, I had a little snick then. So that's either one of the junctions going, or we've blown off some whiskers. Just discharge it again. Join it together. Put in the hole. Pop them over. Do them again. That'll do. Let's just discharge that. Right, here we go then. Let's just get rid of the solder. So, in theory now we should have 3 transistors with absolutely no shorts on them whatsoever. What's the chances? What is the chances of that? Right. So first of all, we're going to see if we've got transistors still. So let's get you down. Let's get you in a little bit so you can see this. You can't always see the writing on these things, can you? So fingers crossed we haven't totally killed these. So this is number 2. Don't do them in order, do I? Oh! Oh, right. Have we got a dodgy connection, or have we got a problem, Houston? Have we got a knackered one? I think number 2 is the one that I said went snick, didn't they? Try that again. Yeah, okay, just my leads, that's all. So it's 175 HFE. Oh, wrong button. I wanted to scroll down. 191 now. Just the leakage I was looking at. 0.1 leakage, that's fine. If you had a high leakage figure, then there's a problem with the transistor. Let's try the next one, and this is number 1. Could well be my battery, because the battery's low on this as well. Next one. 267. 0.3. The leakage alters as you as they heat up, so even just having them in my hands will alter the leakage reading and the HFE on them. So the last one, have we got 3 out of 3? Yes! It's a hat trick! Woohoo! 3 zapperoonies. Right, so the other thing we need to check is make sure we've actually got rid of all the shorts. So, the moment of truth. To short or not to short? Big Mac meal, nice. Shorts much more comfortable than trousers. Well, let's do them in order. Number 1. Let's get connected. Collector. Nothing. Emitter. Nothing. Base. Nothing. Number 1. Good. Now that did have shorts in the mega ohms last time, so we have definitely cleared that. Number 2 was fine anyway, but let's make sure it still is, and that we haven't created any shorts. So collector, base, emitter. No, that one's fine. So number 3 was the one that we had the most shorts on. Well, it was in the kilo ohms. Collector, nothing. Base, nothing. Oh, emitter, nothing. Woohoo! It's a hat trick. 3 rescued transistors. 3 rescued transistors to live to fight another day. Just looking, Derek sent me the VTR133 sheet, I believe, so thank you, Derek, for that. Is that the manufacturer's manual? I think it is. Excellent. Thank you for that, Derek. I shall print that one out. I'll stick it with my collection. Right. There really isn't much more I'm going to do tonight to this, but we will continue this tomorrow. If I get a chance during the day tomorrow, I'm not sure, but Mrs. Cruncher's last day off tomorrow, so we're probably going to spend a bit of time together. I doubt whether I'll have time to do anything more to this tomorrow, but tomorrow's live stream will be on this. It's going to be a little bit earlier tomorrow because I've got darts tomorrow night. It's a charity singles competition tomorrow night, so I've got to enter that. It's for charity. But it would be if it's a charity singles, wouldn't it? I suppose, but yeah. So I'll be on probably about 4:30 to 6:30 tomorrow. That's the plan. Sorry, it's a bit earlier for those of you that are working, but you will be able to catch up with it later on because it gets uploaded once the stream's finished. I think it uploads in standard definition to start with, and then it uploads to HD. Let's put my other bits in here. Let's put my transistors in there. Got a screw loose, but there's no surprise there. Now, where am I going to put this where it's going to be safe? Absolutely. Penguin, would you look after that for me, mate? Oh, Penguin, your batteries are running down. Penguin's heart's dying. I need to resuscitate Penguin for tomorrow. Stay at the black and into the red. Chipmunk, how you doing, mate? So what about the base? Bill's in, battery maker. He's in and out, in and out. I'm just catching up with the chat here, people. Peppered beef sandwiches. Have we got pepperage in tonight? I may have said hello. 3 out of 3 is good. Sorry about that, Chipmunk. You'll have to rewind for a bit of zapping action. What's Bill saying? You've taken that gigantic Philco radio and haven't played. Barely, but it is playing. Yeah. Good shave. Thanks, Lee. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Pryor. Inspired me to make a vintage GPO telephone batteries. Wow, well done, Chipmunk. Vintage GPO telephone batteries. Interesting. I mean, there's a lot of people that are into old phones. I think George is a bit of a fan of an old phone, you know. They have got like a silicone inside them. You can, if you're lucky, heat them up and pop the top off, clean them out and put it back again, but I've never been successful doing that. Cheers, Derek. Catch you soon, mate. I'm not finished yet, though. You off, Tony? I'm not married, George. No, no, no. Oyster beer. Nice. You turn 56 tomorrow, and none the wiser. I've got 2 years on you, Bill. Cheers, Rob. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Whose birthday is it tomorrow? 101 in the live stream. Wow. Whew. Welcome, everybody. We've got 2 advent calendars still to go, so don't run away yet. Oh, it's Bill's birthday tomorrow. Oh. Bill, happy birthday. We wish you happy birthday tomorrow, mate, if you're on. No worries, Anthony. Don't run away. We haven't finished yet. We haven't finished. We haven't finished. We've got to get our massive remote control advent calendar opened. I just meant that's all we're going to do on the radio today. We haven't finished yet, people. So number 8. Oh, a little one. A little tiny one. Oh, that's some serious springage there. Whoa. We've got suspension parts. Right. Let's get the book of words up. Let's put that down there for a minute. What have we got to do with these then? Oh, we've actually got to fit them. Wow. Let me get the car. I've had to put it in a bigger box because it's expanded so much. It's in a big box now, look. It's got its own box. Hoisterbeer. 2-second blast of a blowtorch. Gets the top off. It is coming good, Rob, and this is from Rob. Mr. Rob Cross himself is the donator of the RC calendar, RC Advent calendar. So we've got 4 shocks here. And looks like they go there. I tell you what, this is going to be a cracking bit of kit, this. I'm really impressed with this so far. And we've got all the bits. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Spoke too soon, maybe. Doesn't quite fit that, does it? Nor does that. Does that? That does. Right, screw these shocks in. That one goes in there. Oh, we'll have wheels soon. Who'd have thought it? You've got some special dry cells, alkaline C cells in cardboard cartons. Sounds military to me, that. It's that one. You should have got yourself one of these as well, Rob. You could have followed along, look. Could have built one with me. But, I know the grandkids are like playing with this anyway. If they can get it off of me, because I'll be running up, shooting this thing up and down the driveway outside, annoying the neighbours. It's actually quite stiff suspension, actually. Yeah, it's quite strong suspension. Yeah, impressed. All right, okay. Field telephone. This is growing by the day, isn't it? It's going to turn into quite an impressive beast. You've even got a spare screw by the looks of it. It's very kind of them. I know the last one of these I got from an auction, there was bits missing from it, and I had to sort of make them out of cardboard, and it was never very successful. It didn't fly straight at all. That was that helicopter. Still got it here. But it wasn't very well, that one. It flew into the fridge freezer quite nicely in the kitchen. I daren't take it outside because it would have been gone. It was very windy, I think, at the time when I was going to test it. There we are. Well, that's our remote control advent calendar. Done for today. So we now have independent suspension. It's actually quite stiff. No comments. Yeah, that's a lumpy bit of kit, isn't it? That's going to go like the clappers, that is. So there we are. That's that one. And last but not least, it's time for the Weira calendar. So let's zoom back out again and see what see if we can spot number 8. Again, you've probably been studying this, freeze framing it. So where's number 8 then? Oh yeah, the old broad arrow mark. Don't know, crow's foot, is it? Right, anyone spot number 8 yet? I'm just trying to see if I can see it. I can see it, yep. Left side, left tree. But Danville's got it. Left side, left treelet, number 8. It's a little tiny drawer again, so it's probably another screwdriver bit of some description. Torx. Okay. Torx. It's a Torx. So we've got all our bits that have been building up over the days. So say that's that'll go in that screwdriver, and this screwdriver's got a little pop-up section for some bits in there as well. So I don't know how many bits we're going to get in total, whether we've got enough to fill all of this and this, I don't know. I'm hoping for some more spanners as well, because these are brilliant spanners. I don't use a lot of spanners in here. I tend to use the smaller ones, sort of for like 8mm, sometimes 10mm. 9 times out of 10 they're actually imperial, not metric. So there we are, 4 bits. Obviously something goes in here as well. So on my other set is a bit holder or a ratchet. There we are. So the advent 4 advent calendars. It's no wonder I don't get much time to fix stuff, because I've got all the advent calendars to do. You got good news? You got email, Rob, did you? Okay, well, it's been good today. I've enjoyed it. Back into my comfort zone, working on a transistor radio for a change. And it works, which I really didn't think that was going to work, to be fair. I did not think that was going to work at all, but it does. And I think we've sussed out where the FM aerial connection is. Got to do the 2 transistors in the VHF section. That's not going to be easy. And then we've got to look at the capacitors in the audio amp. The cat is leaning on the frame. Cats don't do that. I don't know. What are we talking about now? We're still on the advent calendar, are we? Yes. It's got thumbs as well. It's got thumbs, Harvey. So that advert's of cats with thumbs? What advert is that? That's funny as hell. So there you are, people, and thanks everyone that's watching. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. It all helps. And tomorrow we'll carry on with this and more advent calendar fun. So see you then. Thanks for the super chats and the tips. Most appreciated. Bye for now. He says he's not even ready to go bye. So, bye.